Hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do a bonus read for you, my friend. I kept telling you I was going to do it and I never got around to it. So here we are, Gemini. I just want to say thank you for all the ways that you've been loving on this channel. I appreciate your views, your clicks, your subscribes. Thank you for subscribing if that's what you want to do with your time. I appreciate you. And I'm here just to give you a bonus read. Now, when I do a bonus read, if you've been here before, you will know that my bonus reads, I do like to concentrate on what is current, so the energy that is present or in the future. This is never intended to be a reading from the past. However, please keep in mind that Mercury retrograde is almost here, and within about the next 5 days or 4 days, we are going to have Mercury go into full-on retrograde. We've been in the shadow up till now. It's going to go from the 4th till the 27th, so buckle in, my friends. You know, the thing is that it's going to be retrograding. Mercury will be retrograding in Virgo, which is kind of a good thing because it will slow everything down, our thoughts, our 3D world. We're really going to be going over details and looking at things. But that also means that we'll probably end up making some decisions, right? So Gemini, let's find out what's going on for you, my friend. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Gemini, this reading may resonate for you today, tomorrow, or next year, maybe a year from now, but it may not resonate at all. It's not always your reading, right? Tell me about Gemini, please. Tell me about Gemini. We're going to do a 9-card read here, Gemini. Tell me about Gemini, please. This is the near past energy. It's the only time we're going to talk about the past in this reading. Feels like somebody here is stuck in a cycle of work. I feel like you are... you're trying to save money for something. That's what it feels like here. You're trying to save money. I think you're also trying to save your heartache. I feel like you're sort of working to a point of exhaustion here. That's what it feels like. But I feel like when it comes to the part where you sleep, I feel like you're woken up by dreams, nightmares. It might be a little bit of worry, looking too far into the past, looking too far into the future. For me, the 9 of Swords generally is being stuck in a cycle. Yeah, not being able to, you know, the realization and the triumphant moment comes when the Ace of Swords arrives to make this the 10 so you can put them down. And I feel like right now you're stuck in the cycle of going from the 1 to the 9 to the 1 to the 9. There's a lot of overthinking going on here. Tell me what else Gemini needs to know, please, in this current energy. Tell me about the current energy. We do have the 8 of Cups. Yeah, it is something that you do need to detach from, this worrisome energy that you're in here, Gemini. What's at the center of the reading? The heart of the matter. There it is. Yay. I like it. We talked about the Ace of Swords arriving for the 9 of Swords. And I feel like in this present moment, I feel like you have already decided to put down the swords and stop worrying about it. See, a lot of people avoid the 10 swords, right? A lot of people will stay stuck in the 9 swords because they don't want to feel the pain of the ending. They don't want to feel the pain. They don't want to feel the betrayal. They don't want the ending to come. And so that's sometimes why people stay in relationships for too long. And they end up getting discarded because they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it, have the realization, have the clarity or the download, because they don't want to believe that it's over. I feel like you finally came to a place where you detached emotionally. The Ace of Swords comes up to help you drop these burdens of worry. I think that's lovely. Tell me more about Gemini, please. And we have the Ace of Wands. So once you do drop those burdens, the mental burdens that you've been carrying here, this overthinking situation, it's time for you to go on some sort of a new exciting path. We've got the Hanged Man. Oh, we got the Ace of Pentacles. Look at this. You're on the way. And we've got the 8 of Wands. Things are about to speed up. I like it. We do have the Hermit energy. Why? Because of the High Priestess. It feels to me that you will be going into an energy of being by yourself. I feel like being by yourself, collecting wisdom. I feel like you're trying to find your light. Somebody here is in a struggle with themselves about the powers that be, I'm going to say. So if you are a person who maybe, is your source energy is Allah, or maybe it is God, or whoever it is. I feel like you are in a struggle with knowing what you know as opposed to who you really are. It feels like when you go into this energy of this, the wisdom of the Hermit energy, it's to figure out who you are, to find your light. Where does that light belong to? Where does that light come from? Like, I feel like you have a lot of questions here, and it's because you're becoming closer and closer to the veil. You're becoming closer to your source energy. You're becoming more spiritual. You're meditating more. It feels like you're looking for answers here, Gemini. So I feel like there is This overall energy of spirituality and wisdom, I feel, is going to do you well. You've become the student. You become the student of the hermit. You've become a student of the high priestess. So I feel like somebody here is realizing that either they are a medium or a psychic, or somebody who's realized that they're an empath with wisdom, that you have a lot to teach other people. The hermit is a teacher as well. Tell me about the Eight of Cups here. It seems to me that you've decided that you are going to disconnect emotionally from the past, I feel, from places where you feel that you had been stuck or that you were settling for. And I feel that it's time for you to walk away. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. And not only walk away from what doesn't serve you, but go toward what does. And when you leave the 8, you're looking for the 2 because you want the 10, right? You're looking for 2 cups. So maybe you're looking for love at this point. Tell me about the 8 of Cups, please. We do have the 5 of Cups, we do have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you're being really honest with yourself. Yeah. In the present moment, I feel like you're in this energy of the Hermit and the High Priestess. You're being really honest with yourself and going over your worth. It feels like somebody here is sad because they don't have emotional connection, because I feel like that's where you see your worth. Some people feel like they don't have any worth because someone else doesn't want them. Someone else doesn't say, I love you. Someone from out there doesn't come in and plug the hole in your heart. I feel like for you, you're kind of sad because you're emotionally detached here. And I feel like you're questioning your worth. I feel, Gemini, that you should never do that. I feel like with the King of Swords here, because we're in a reading that is general, this is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. Of course, this is Aquarius energy. But I feel like what you're doing is you're facing this emotional time for you head on. You're facing it head on. That's the only way the King of Swords will take care of it. And the King of Swords doesn't matter if they hurt their own feelings or people around them. They're not worried about losing people who would have them lie to themselves about who they are. So I feel like you've decided that what you're not going to settle for is having people tell you what your worth is. And I feel like you've now decided with truth, honesty, and factual things what your worth is. And I feel like what you're leaving behind is the 5 of Cups. And, the 5 of Cups is really the party's over. It's really spilt milk, water under the bridge. And I feel like it's time for you to leave the 5 of Cups in the past and disconnect from these hard emotional situations here and know that you do have worth. I feel like the King of Swords is giving you clarity, telling you, look over the facts, look at your worth. You have a lot of worth. It doesn't matter if there's a +1. It doesn't matter if someone tells you. What matters is that you know that within yourself. And that's what the King of Swords is. The King of Swords knows that they're honest and truthful, transparent. This person's going to tell the truth no matter what happens. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. What is the clarity that's coming to Gemini, please? Tell me about these downloads, this clarity, some sort of a triumphant moment of realization here that there's no more worry to be had. We've got the 2 of Swords, we've got the Strength card in the reverse, and we have the Queen of Wands. It's telling me here that it's time for you to gather your courage. When the Strength card shows up in the reverse for me, it's not weakness, it is inner strength. I feel like you have to gather up your inner strength, and it's time for you to move forward with the Queen of Wands energy. It's time for you to get out of this 2 of Swords energy. I feel like you've had your heart broken, and I feel like that's why you maybe are questioning your worth, but I feel like the King of Swords shows up to kind of give you a smack in the back of the head and say, look, who are you? You're a Gemini. People don't just give up a Gemini. You're smart, you're a leader, you're the person who is I always say the freedom fighter, right? You're the one with the cape on, right? Making sure everybody has justice, right? Social justice. I feel like these 3 swords, the King of Swords and the 2 of Swords, tells me that you have been suffering disappointment or a broken heart. But I feel like you need to really dig deep for this strength energy, for this inner strength here, because the Queen of Wands is present. Look, the Queen of Wands comes through everything. She's been through everything. I say she because there's a woman on the card, but it's feminine or masculine. She's feminine leaning, but also has masculine energy. All people, plants, and animal, we have both feminine and masculine energies. We pick which way we lean, right? So the Queen of Wands, to me, is somebody who is always invested in growth, independent. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out on my own path and I'm going to do it. And I feel like that's what you come up with after you finally dig deep for this inner courage here. Inner strength. So tell me about the Ace of Wands, what's coming up, because I feel like you're about to head out on a new path. And for some of you who are on this timeline, I feel like this is like right around the corner because there's a decision to be made here. And you're preparing already to go out on some sort of a new path here. Tell me what's on the new path in the Ace of Wands. It's exciting, it's creative, it's fun, it's brand new, and it's already growing. We have the Five of Swords, we have the Judgment card, and we have the Chariot. So the Five of Swords tells me that you have decided to stop fighting yourself. You've decided to stop fighting yourself. I'm going to stop with the conflict in my mind. I'm going to stop with the disagreement. I'm just going to throw my swords down and walk away because the universe is calling me to action here. The Judgment card, right, is you being called to action, to get up, do something, stop, get off the ground. It's time for you to get in the Chariot and go. This person has the Ace of Wands in their hand, and that's where you're going, where the action is, where the fun is. You could have a Cancer placement, maybe a Virgo or a Pisces. You don't have to. We do have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius here. Take it as it resonates for you. But it feels like you are off going towards something that is exciting and fun and brand new, something that is already growing. You're off on some sort of a new path. And I feel like this energy of the Chariot is telling me that you will get the victory in whatever it is if you just get up and decide that nothing's going to stop you. Because that's who the Queen of Wands is. Nothing can stop her. Everything that came to kill her made her stronger, and that's why she is on the throne, is because she's come through all of it, and she's on the throne in spite of what everybody said. She grew anyway. So tell me what's coming up in the future here for Gemini. We've got the Hanged Man energy. What is it that you're trying to get a different perspective on here, Gemini? The different perspective you're trying to get is about the Five of Wands. You've got to stop beating yourself up internally. You've got to stop that reel in your head that's telling you, I'm not enough, I don't have enough, I don't have a person, and I don't have a person because I'm flawed. You need to shut that off. Shut that down. I feel like you're getting a different perspective on, there we go, the Emperor. You're getting a different perspective on what it is that you have to do in order to be able to move forward here. And I feel that although it's taken a really long time, that you have decided you are taking charge of your life. You're taking charge of your thoughts. You're taking charge of your actions. And although it's been quite some time, look, we all do it in our own time. You're right where you're supposed to be at this time. It's not like you're any further behind anyone else. You're not any further ahead than anyone else. I feel like the perspective is what you needed. The perspective is, I am the Emperor. I am the one in charge of my life. I float the boat. I'm the captain of the ship. I can do whatever I want and nobody's going to tell me otherwise. And I feel like it's taken you a long time to get here, but I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is something that is brand new. And once you hit the Ace of Pentacles here, I feel like things start to move really quick. You're about to invest in something, or this is a gift from the universe, right? This is a gift of, look, I'm giving you solid, sturdy, grounded way to move forward. Do it slowly. I feel like Two Pentacles is telling me that you are sort of at this place of being the Emperor. Okay, what do I want to do next? I'm not sure. Kind of going back and forth. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Wands, we've got the Death card, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles. I love it. So you've decided to change. You're changing your mind. You're changing your energy. You're changing your money. You're changing your legacy, I feel. With this energy here, I feel like you're changing your legacy. You're not only going to be someone who is no longer going to be here with these 10 wands, that you are in fact transforming yourself. And in transforming that, you have now transformed your posterity. Anybody who comes into this life because of you, because of the children you made, who made children, the buck stops here. You decide that you're going at life as the Emperor, and you are now going to raise series posterity full of emperors, people who know that they're in charge, people who know that they can keep moving. Because at any time in our lives, whenever we get burdened, we can change, we can transform, we can always drop the burdens, but first we must notice them. And if you don't notice them, you can't keep moving forward. So look at this. I love this. Somebody here is building a legacy, possibly some money that will be generational, like generational wealth. I feel like all you needed to do was to believe in yourself, and I feel with this Emperor energy you are. Things are moving forward here. Tell me what's coming up in the future here. Tell me what's coming up in the future for Gemini, please. We've got the Five of Pentacles, we've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the Eight of Pentacles. You go from being on the outside looking in to being the Queen of Cups. Somebody who is loving and kind and beautiful and compassionate. Somebody who loves themselves so they can love other people. The only way that we can give people what we want to give them is if we know that we have it ourselves. And I know that now that you are the Emperor, who is also the Queen of Cups, is somebody who's loving and compassionate and kind, and is going to show other people in the posterity about how to get that done, because you are the subject matter expert. That's what it is. You are the subject matter expert on life, on how to make money, how to make generational wealth, how to make legendary generations of emperors, people who are not going to have to go through all the things you went through, because you're the one who's decided to cut the chain. The buck stops here. You're the person who's raising children who will raise children who will raise children who will become emperors, who know that at any time they can get into the chariot and go to their victory. And I feel like it's because somebody here has finally realized that they are closer to the veil than they thought that they were. I feel like this is really important energy, becoming full of wisdom and connecting to your source, whoever source energy is for you, God, Allah, whoever it is. I feel like somebody here has realized that they don't only have a material worth. So here's the material worth. They don't only have the ability to move forward, but they have the ability to change lives, to build empires, to change everything with generational wealth and all of this spiritual wisdom. I think that's really beautiful. That's a really beautiful reading. You, in effect, I feel, have become the Hierophant. You could have Taurus energy. You don't have to. But I think this is kind of a beautiful reading. It's what exactly I would expect of Gemini, because you're the one with the cape. Yep. I see you as the freedom fighter. I'm going to go for now. Thanks, Gemini, for being here and watching. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. And I'm gone for now. Bye-bye.